fucking bike lane. Jesus Christ. Again, I hate the fact that it's always more about
drill.
Fire mitigation, you know, to people. That's the most important thing to them. Is, oh, protect the land, protect the house. It's like, dude, you fucking built it there.
I know.
Fuck you. Like, you do that, you should take on the risk and the liability that your house might burn. You might lose everything. Like, that's on you, you know?
That is correct.
Alright, there's a lot of so-called road construction. But it sure takes this county forever to get one little thing accomplished.
I know. Especially if it's road or infrastructure based.
And a lot of times they just patchwork it.
Yeah. Like I told Dad, I said, do you remember the Walker Road? What do you call it? Improvement project, right? Yeah, that they literally just began like last year to finally do that, and they said so they waited like 8 years, because I think it was 2008 is when they first announced they're gonna do that, and so they waited like 8 full freaking years to finally actually start construction on that improvement project. You know?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Now it's 2025, halfway through.
I'm gonna correct my parking a little bit. I don't like how I'm parked. I feel like I'm a little too far to the left. See you later, lead. Yeah. Go on. There you go. Good job. I mean, I love the versatility of a saxophone. Because, like you depending on who you listen to who plays saxophone, the music sounds wildly different. Like, it sounds so different. Like, you wouldn't believe what you can do with the saxophone.
See, I always thought of it as being like always in a traditional band with the trumpets and the...
You mean a jazz, basically, a jazz band.
You know, and I never liked that. But then when I started hearing Kenny G, and I'm like, that's a saxophone, you know?
Yeah.
And he plays several of them, not just one.
Yeah, he does.
He's so... I call that smooth jazz.
Yeah, apparently that is what it is. It's funny because I looked that up recently to see like what is Kenny G's music classified as? It is classified as smooth jazz, but to me it's funny because like I actually was assuming it would be like soft rock.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I would have probably also heard that on K103 when K103 was still soft rock.
Sometimes, and they also played it on the R&B channel too. Because they had him in some of that too.
Yeah, so
a lot of songs crossover.
I was gonna say it's considered a crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently it is dominantly considered just smooth jazz.
By now, maybe it would be picked back up out here on this side.
You said what?
I said the whole thing is just like empty.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And I said I thought it would have been picked back up in Lisa's this far past the pandemic and being out here on the west side because that's where a lot of the business went to.
Yep. Yeah, when I was by this on the 47, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Nice.
It was
really
most
nice
really.
looking. I mean, like there's nothing wrong with them.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It was really empty. I was like, that's okay. Like the majority of the stuff is empty. I don't remember that when being on the 47. That's weird. I don't remember that. That hadn't been there. It's a Hilton, apparently. But then we're blocked by somebody trying to force their way in too. It looks like. So that's they are. Their wheels are straight, so they're trying to cross over into the turn lane.
So he can rise to every challenge.
They just moved even further out, like they're trying to force their way through.
For the ones who get it done.
There it is. This is why I wish that they did not allow Jollibee to have a drive-thru. because it makes all of this so much worse. So much worse because your only three options are to go all the way through the shopping center and come out here, which forces you this way, or to go out there, or to go out on Cornell. That's your only fucking choices. And that's one directional too. That's omnidirectional. It's just that way down Cornell. This one is this way. And then that way you can go either way or straight. The problem is that there's no space because it's just a parking lot dumping you onto a thoroughfare. And then into another shopping center. So like there's just nothing, there's no room to negotiate safely. So literally there's just no reason that they should have allowed them to have a, you know. Because that's part of the planning process of this kind of thing for permitting, is like how much traffic will this generate? In and out. And they should have immediately been like, even before we do a study, we're just going to deny it if you want a drive-thru. We're not going to let it happen. Like, you know, you can get your location as long as you refuse, if you comply with no drive-thru, basically. Because we already have too much traffic problems from how bad we planned this before, right? You know, so it's like, this is not conducive otherwise. I thought I had that. I thought I had that, I'm not gonna lie. There's no good choice this time of day to be able to make it into the correct lanes for turning, man, I swear. Like, people will literally just camp blocking the fucking way because they're impatient. Technically making it as like a legal way to blow a red light.
Everyone's honking.
Because they're all impatient, they're all doing stupid shit.
They zig in and out of the lanes.
Oh, yeah.
They have no patience.
Nope.
And then, of course, they end up having to wait at the next couple of lights and, like, they didn't save any time anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just irritated the whole neighborhood.
And a lot of times their ego gets wounded because, you know, you pass them by in a slow car like this. They're like, what the fuck? You know, they're like, it's like, yeah, because that's on you. But they get mad at you as if you're the one who, like, caused them to somehow not gain any time. And it's like, dude, it's literally obvious to anyone with a functioning brain cell that's your own fault as a driver because you are doing the zigzagging and dodging through traffic.
I remember there was always certain intersections as a pedestrian that, like, at least 50% of the cars, they were so insulted that you'd use a crosswalk.
I know, yeah.
I mean, like, they'd honk and they'd yell dirty words out the window and they'd flip you off and they would blah, blah, blah through the windshield, you know, because you got a walk signal and they had to wait for you. As if even if no one had tripped the light signal, you still wouldn't have had the lights because it was timed. You still wouldn't have been able to drive through. I mean, it was automatic timing there, you know. It's like, and it, like, there was so many times when the traffic was weak. As a pedestrian, I would wait and wait and wait for that crosswalk to go through. I probably could have ran across it 5 times before I got the crosswalk.
Exactly, yeah.
But then, you know, somebody drives up and they're like, get out of the road, you stupid, you're going to get killed, or whatever they're going to say. It's like, I used to point to the walk sign like, I've got the wrong sign.
They don't give a shit.
But they're acting like I walked at the wrong time.
Oh, I know, yeah. And it's because to them you did. It doesn't matter if you have a crosswalk signal.
Yeah, that was always at Allen and Murray.
Well, also you had it happen a number of times where literally you got bumped by the fucking person, and then they still blamed you for it. Even though you had a walk signal over there on North Dakota and Chills Ferry. Yeah. I still remember that. There was like multiple times that happened to you, to where like one of the times I think I was there, and you like literally were like this close, literally like an inch from being bumped, and it's just like, fuck you, you know, like I have the walk signal, and then they're literally arguing with you about it. We rarely got Go-Gurts at Toaster Strudels. In fact, Toaster Strudels we only ever got for winter break.
Yeah.
So they were like just super luxury, and then Go-Gurts were also luxury, like. That's one of those like representative things of how poor you are, because it was true not just for me or, you know, us. It was true for like every kid at Hassel. For like, for you, your level of poor was you get just so excited and happy and hyped the one time every year you got like a yogurt or fruit by the foot or fruit roll up in your fucking, or Gushers, you know, in your fucking stack lunch from school, because that's how poor you were. That was your highlight of your school year. How sad is that, you know? That's how poor I was. That's how we measured it. Because, you know, all those stupid kids at Cooper Mountain down the road always had fucking richer families, like, you know, 150 plus K a year, so they always took their fucking big vacations every year, you know. They'd be the first ones to get a car, you know. You put into the extracurricular things like sports and shit.
New pair of shoes every fucking month, over $100 each.
And you know, because we all live in the same kind of vicinity, it's like, well, fuck you, you know.
Same neighborhood, yeah.
You know, like, because you know, you're friends with them, but then they're like raving about this. It's like, yeah, cool. You know what we did for fucking summer break? We sat at home and did nothing because we couldn't afford to do anything but take a deep breath. Like, you know.
We played with the garden hose.
Right. Because
on a trampoline.
We literally couldn't afford to do anything, you know, and that was like everybody at Errol Hassel's that way. Or like, you know, I got fucking beat up by my parents. So, you know, it's like, because it was literal, like that. We were the kids who, at Errol Hassel, that was just who was there. It was like, oh yeah, if you have the fucked up families with like no income, that's who goes to Errol Hassel.
Got left home.
Yeah, latchkey kids too, yeah. And it's just like, you know, latchkey kids originally were fine. They were actually really like self-sufficient, but it just became that latchkey kids in the millennial generation, unfortunately, went really far south because it ended up being more like a case of like, oh yeah, by the way, to compensate for the fucking poverty, you know, maybe if your parent scrounged something together, they're like, oh, here, let me compensate for my lack of being there and giving a fuck about you with random items or some shit. And it's like, cool, great. You know who's still not there though? You. But thanks, you know, like, great, cool.
Yeah, that's the way it was with Lane.
I know,
He
yeah.
didn't have anybody.
I always want to call him Logan for some reason. I don't know why. Are you serious? They're gonna put their hazards on in the middle of the lane. Really?
They're moving.
Oh, okay. Well, it's because there's a car coming up head on to them, so I guess that's probably why. But like, come on, people.
I think they want to maybe leave. I don't know. They're still sitting there, so I don't know.
There they go. Yeah. I like how the person in the Elantra finally decided to see if they could, like, Houdini themselves in that slot. And they actually were, surprisingly. That seems about right. That's not even close to legal, but alright, dude. This is why you cannot allow a permit to be given to fucking Jollibee for their drive-thru, bro. It's like everybody, like, behind us, there's just tons of people stacked up too, because there's too many fucking people now that you have to go through. Jesus, that's low.
Huh?
So Jesus, that's low, that Beamer in the front.
Yeah, it is.
There's like a quarter inch or like a half inch of space between the road and his car. That thing's gonna get, thing absolutely gets fucking torn to shreds.
Those
Jesus
old
Christ.
Vegas back in the day, they were really loaded around too.
You said the what were?
The Vegas, it was called a Vega. V-E-G-A.
Oh, right. Who made those again?
Was it Chevrolet? I can't remember.
I think it might have been, yeah. I don't quite remember.
I think it was a Chevrolet.
Yeah, I think it was. I completely forgot the Vegas existed as a car.
Oh, they were so hard to work on. Those and those, what are those? Early 80s super subcompacts. They were just really, oh god, those things were terrible to work on. They were called death cans or something.
Death cans?
Because no, they literally crunched up even if you like bumped into somebody.
Are you talking about like what wasn't it, like a Colt?
No. Or Colts also were dangerous, yeah. That was a Ford.
I was gonna say, I thought it was a Ford, yeah.
No,
those are subcompacts.
These were littler than those.
The reason why, like, and same with the reason why there's no such thing as a compact pickup anymore is because of the fact that it has to do with EPA and like some other regulations here in the U.S.
And what about it? What about the regulations?
For some stupid reason, the way that they have like the gas mileage and the efficiency thing
It's too efficient for them?
It's like, basically, yeah, like for some reason they're like, yeah, by the way, the size of the vehicle, the efficiency of the engine, and the gas mileage, and whatever, like there's all these weird criteria, and at the surface it seems like it makes sense on a basic level, like the start of it, but then you get up to a certain point and it hits like a certain size, I think, of vehicle, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, you can't go past that for mileage, we won't allow it, or that, therefore that size, like. So, I can't remember. There's some good video I came across about the subcompacts and why they died and they aren't coming back because of those regulations, and I can't remember what the fuck it was.
You'd think with the green agenda, you know, and the greening of the cities and all that stuff, you think that they would love those things.
Yeah. Alas.
There was a time at a Freightliner, they were using certain technology, and they had the big machines they pulled down to put the engine together, and then they would put it in another place where they would run it, the engine out of the vehicle, you know, test it.
Yeah. And
they were blowing that sucker up, whatever was going on with those engines, and then they finally pulled them.
Yeah.
But
Ford had a major problem with that.
Men loved those things, like it just was so smooth and so powerful, and yet it was so quiet, you know, so you could use it in the city and stuff like. But I can't remember what was wrong with that engine. I think it was a Ford, but
yeah,
I don't know 100% though.
I know that Ford had a major set of issues with those, a couple of those engines.
I don't think it was Dodge.
Back in the day.
Geo.
Oh,
maybe?
Pinto.
No, you were saying Pinto earlier.
No, I didn't say Pinto.
I think. G.
That's not theirs. I recently found that out about the Barney song, like, you know, the parody Barney song. So instead of the actual theme, it was the one that Nathan loved to sing. They never remembered like the middle lyrics for some reason. So I hate you, you hate me. Let's get together and kill Barney. Yeah, like something else.
Erica loved Barney.
Yeah.
I think you did too.
For a little short period. I don't think I loved it, but I liked it to an extent. Go-karted. Cool.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
She loved that. And the funny thing is, as a kid, I never once, when I watched that with her, never once did I realize.
You like Zaboomafoo.
I love Zaboomafoo, yeah. And the predecessor to that, which was Wildcrats, I think. And then there was that other set of brothers who also had a wildlife show.
Yeah.
Like the Kratts. I never remember their name. I don't remember the name of the damn show for some reason. That was also on PBS for a while. And that was even before I think Wild Kratts came on.
And you did like what's his name too, the guy who died. The Australian.
I liked him for like a year.
Yeah, you did.
And then after that year, it like quickly faded out, and I ended up like kind of disliking him because he's such a fucking hypocrite. Yeah. And I'm like, this guy's a fucking joke, you know. And again, this was when I was still pretty young, you know.
I was gonna say, you and Nathan always analyzed other people.
I mean, you know, we got that TV that had that package, you know, the satellite TV for the first time, so non-local access, summer break 2006. So it's probably 2007, which would have made me like 13, I think. And by that point, I'm just like, you know, through 12, through 13, I slowly got sick of them. Because I'm like, why are you such a hypocrite? You know, like, this dude just like says one thing and then immediately does something different. Or immediately does the thing he says not to do, that is. And it's like, that's just really kind of fucked up, right? Because why are you doing that, you know, like, especially considering it is for kids, right? So like, what are you teaching them? Like, never do anything that I'm about to do. What? You know? And then it's always like, even now, I'm always a little frustrated by like, yeah, you know, don't do what you're watching at home because we're professionals or something. It's like, dude, the only way you become a professional in doing something risky or stupid is if you literally do it yourself. Like, that's literally it. Like, there's no school, there's no licensing for this shit. It's just, you are dumb enough and bold enough to do the dumb thing that's risky. That's it. So, what? Like, and again, it's hypocrisy, because it's like, in other words, you're saying, don't be as stupid as me. why are you doing it? Excuse me? Why do you have an entire show dedicated to it, right? It's just, it's so frustrating. It's like, shut up. So, yeah.